Hello curl friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me today. And I am so excited about today's video because today marks 2 years of me creating content for you. And I'm thrilled about that. I'm just so excited. I guess it was always my goal to be here at 2 years and even beyond. But actually reaching this mark just seems kind of surreal to me. So thank you, especially if you've been here from the beginning. Let me know if you've been here from the beginning of my journey. I really appreciate that. But anyone who's joined at any time, I very much appreciate it. And I'm so excited to be here for 2 years. So what I thought would be fun for today's video would be to kind of do like a flashback to how I used to do my hair long before I came on the YouTubes. And I just thought it'd be interesting because it's so different from what I currently do. And so I'm just going to kind of give you a brief run through. I'm filming this intro right now in the afternoon, and I'm actually going to do the rest of my routine in the evening when the lighting's really not quite as great, but I'll be in my bathroom. So I might do a little bit of a voiceover, but I'm just going to get you started with what I'm going to be doing. So this is my routine that I started out with. I can't even remember when. And I have 3 items or 3 products here that I'm going to be using. And some of them have been around for as long as I can remember doing my own hair. And one of them is this Aussie Hair Insurance leave-in conditioner. And if you've been around my channel for any period of time, you probably heard me talk about this. I love this leave-in conditioner. Now, Aussie has recently kind of rebranded themselves or repackaged, and I don't know if they changed any of the ingredients because I don't have an old ingredients list or old bottle, so I'm really not sure about that. But I just recently repurchased this, so I thought I'd give it a shot again, and I loved it in the past, so I'm assuming I'll like it again. And the next product I will be using is the Garnier Fructis Style Curl Shape Defining Spray Gel. Now, I've been using this for a while, but it hasn't been as long as the Insurance Leave-In Conditioner. I'm not really sure when I started using this. If I had to guess, I would guess it'd be somewhere maybe in high school. And I'm pretty sure I used it throughout college and, in my early 20s and everything like that. So actually I've only stopped using this relatively recently. So when I started experimenting with all these other products. And yeah, we're going to be using this. And then the last item that I used to use in the past was a mousse. Now, it was the Sexy Curly Mousse. I'll put a picture somewhere here on the screen. I don't have that anymore in my stash, and the reason, that's actually the reason why I actually started experimenting with all these products. I used to just stick with something as far as my stylers, and I didn't vary from that at all. I used those, they were my ride and dies until they were discontinued. Well, that Sexy Curly Mousse was, I thought, discontinued. They had actually, it looks like they had just kind of revamped it or whatever, but I couldn't get a hold of it for a while. So I started experimenting with different mousses, and that led me experimenting to other products, and voila, here we are today. And you've seen my curly hair stash probably. If you haven't, check out that video. I'll leave it linked down below. But anyways, so I don't have the Sexy Curly Mousse, but I'm going to go in with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Activating Mousse. So I think it's kind of similar as far as consistency, and it's affordable, and so this whole routine is going to be very affordable. I do want to mention a couple other notes on this. The other thing is that I never brushed my hair back in the day, and I would only use this pick here. I've been using this for as long as I can remember, probably about the same time I got that Aussie Insurance Leave-In Conditioner. And so I'm just going to be running this through my hair to detangle with and spread the leave-in conditioner, and then we are going to just spray this in my hair, and then I will apply the mousse the following day. Another thing to note is that I will not be diffusing, never diffused before I started the YouTube channel, and I will not be using a t-shirt towel. I will be using a microfiber towel, and I'm kind of cringing saying that, but we gotta be true to what I used to do before, so that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, enough of this intro. We are going to get into the styling portion of this. I will note real quick that my shampoo and conditioner are just going to be a regular shampoo and conditioner I've had in my shower for a while that I'm using up. Nothing fancy with that. I didn't have anything that I stuck to beforehand necessarily. My shampoo and conditioner I would kind of vary up just depending on what I felt like purchasing at the time. So there was nothing that I was like my tried and true back then. So as I said, onto the styling portion of today's video. All right, and so here I am with my hair clearly wrapped in a terry cloth towel. I know it still makes me cringe just thinking about it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. So first off, I start detangling my hair, and I couldn't remember if I did this step first or I sprayed my leave-in conditioner in. Soon I realized I sprayed my leave-in conditioner in and then worked detangling, and that worked very well. I just sprayed this Aussie leave-in all over my hair thoroughly, using that to kind of resaturate my hair a bit and also as a detangler. And you'll see that my pick is able to go through pretty well. Would my brush have been able to get some finer knots? Quite possibly, but I really didn't have a problem detangling with this pick at all. So it was a pretty easy process. At this point, I'm trying to part my hair because back in the day, I used to always wear my hair in this one particular part. And my hair just kind of naturally seemed to fall there in the past. Now that I haven't been doing it for such a long time, I felt like it was a little harder to find my part, but I eventually got it. Next, I'm just adding a little bit more leave-in conditioner just to kind of re-wet things down and smooth things down. Then I am going in with my spray gel from Garnier Fructis, and I'm just spraying it all over my hair. This is how I used to do it. Now, if I was using this gel today, I would typically spray it into my hands and distribute the product by like raking that through my hair or smoothing it over praying hands method. But I wanted to do it as similarly as I had done my routine in the past. So I would spray it in and scrunch it in as well. So here I am doing a lot of scrunching. At this point, really, I'm ready for bed and I'm going to go sleep on wet curls. I know it makes some people cringe, but I am very particular about how I lay my curls out. I do have a microfiber bed sheet set, and so I lay my curls out on the back of my pillow with my neck really at the base of or at the very top part of the pillow. I just spread my curls out. This kind of allows my curls to dry in a form that keeps them from being as flat as they would if I was just straight up. So to me, it worked out fairly well. This is the following day then, the next morning, and I'm going to show you what my curls look like. Not too bad, really not flat at all, not smushed or anything like that. Now I'm adding mousse. I always added mousse on the second day for some reason. I felt like it gave me a little bit more hold, because I will say this leave-in conditioner and the gel was a very light hold when I woke up the next day. There was no cast whatsoever. So this mousse just gave me a little extra hold. After the mousse has dried and set in my hair, I'm going to go in with hairspray then. Okay, girlfriends, here we have it. Here is my finished results of using my old styling routine. What do you think? I will show you a close-up of my curls here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. I was nervous. I will say I was very nervous to do this again because my old routine really broke so many of the curly rules, and I'm not one of those to follow every curly rule. I'm just not. I know what works for my hair and what doesn't, and so like I said, I've never been a super rule follower, but some of these that have changed over the course of time, I had a hard time reverting back to what I used to do for years. And so let's just talk about my curls here. I'm sorry, I'm looking in my mirror down here that I need to adjust again. But I do have a little bit of frizz, but really not much. And I have decent definition. It's not the same definition I would get if I would brush style. I will say that. It's not the same. I don't have like the root definition up here, but my roots are a little bit more flat. One thing I will note, I always used to part my hair right here. Now in more recent times, since I've been doing my channel, I've been flipping back and forth to which side I have my part on. I really don't have a set part, and I like that because it gives me more volume. So I am lacking a little bit of volume here, I feel like. My definition isn't bad, but it's not what it would be if I would use a brush. But for using the terry cloth towel, granted, I only did it one time, so there wasn't like consistent damage of the fibers, you know, rubbing against the cuticle of my hair or anything like that for long term. But it didn't really, I feel like, frizz out my hair anymore. I expected actually to have more frizz. That was probably the one I was most terrified to do. Then the other thing I did that was a big no-no in the curly world is that I slept on wet hair and it was unprotected. I didn't have a satin pillowcase, I didn't have satin sheets or anything like that, and let alone a satin bonnet on, but that's what I used to do all the time. And I would lay my hair out like this over my pillow, with my pillow, the nape of my neck, and my hair out over like my bed sheets, and I would do that to create more volume for my hair. And sometimes it worked better than others. This one isn't bad. Like I said, it's not the volume I'm used to having up here, but otherwise this isn't bad. And my curl definition isn't too bad. So I did notice my ends were not stringy, but a little less defined, I want to say. And another thing that I want to make note on, I'm not sure because how I'm filming this is that I did the intro yesterday afternoon. That evening, yesterday evening, I did all the steps for preparing my hair, and then obviously I slept on it. And today I am filming the outro, what you're seeing now. But what I wanted to make mention of is, I don't know if I said something earlier while I was doing the steps, but I applied my mousse on day 2 hair after my hair was already set. Did I need to do that step? Maybe, maybe not. My hair was so soft at that point that, and I remember choosing to add the mousse in afterwards as just kind of a little extra protection to keep my hair in shape, keep it in place, give it a little extra hold, and I feel like that did offer that today. So let me turn around in the back and let you see what my curls are looking like back there. All right, curly hair friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I really had fun with this video. I hope you did too. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this. And I also wanted to say I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you once again to each and every one of you who have subscribed. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button if you'd like this kind of content. And might as well hit the thumbs up. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. And until I see you again next week, have a great day. Bye.